today I'm going to be taking this dress that I thrifted like 4 years ago, and I'm going to be turning it into like a tennis style dress. It's going to be sleeveless. I'm going to cut the sleeves off and kind of make it to like where my sports bra is, and I'm going to cinch the waist so it's smaller. I'm also going to make it a little shorter because I don't like how long it is. So let's get started. So first things first, I just need to find a thread and bobbin that matches. They don't match perfectly, but they match good enough. Now that we got that out the way, I'm going to take a pencil marker that I have, mark off like where I want to make my cuts. So I'm just going to mark here so I know that this is the waist, and I can erase this later, take it in a little bit. And I'm also going to do that for the shoulders. I'm going to leave this little pocket here, so I want to make sure you can't even see the pocket. I want to make sure that when I do make this sleeveless that I go around the pocket. So I'm just going to mark right here, up here. And again, this is so when I'm cutting, I'm cutting in the right spots. I made all of my markings. I can go ahead and start cutting. All right, so I did not check the measurements to make sure that this is symmetrical. So sometimes what I like to do is if I know that these need to be the same size, I'll just do this and fold it over like this and match up, the shoulder line and the neckline. That way I can get a symmetrical cut for both of them. Now, again, I need to make sure that this pocket stays in, so I have to be mindful about that. But I have my marking right here, and I have my marking right here, so let's go ahead and just... All right, and then boom, here we go. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this now. Now, it's very important that I get all of my cuts out of the way before I start sewing. So the last thing that I want to cut out is the back. I want it to be a little bit more sporty. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to line up the collar line or the neckline with this cut that I made, and I'm going to focus on the back of the dress. So after I line these two things up right here, this is the back of the dress right here. So I'm going to make another cut, even more round, but I don't want to cut too much because I do still need my seam allowance for it. And that is something to keep in mind. All right. All right, cool. So this is what the back looks like now. It has more of a rounder shape to it. And again, the seam allowance will make it a little smaller in the back as well. So earlier I picked out the thread and the bobbin that matches this color fabric. So I'm going to change that now. So got that, and then just change the thread up top. And if you don't know how to thread your machine, there's lots of videos on YouTube that will assist and show you how to thread your machine, because all machines are not the same. So that's something that's important to know. All right, cool. So unless you want your hem to be facing the wrong side, always remember to turn your garment inside out in order to do your hem. I'm going to start underneath, like underneath the armpit. Excuse my hair. Again, I'm not pinning anything because this is an upcycle. I'm not like trying to be super accurate with anything. I'm just trying to get this done so I can wear it to work. So I'm just gonna use a regular, can you guys see this? It's on my ring light, so it's kind of hard to maneuver. But this is going to allow me to change what type of thread I want. I just want to do a simple like line thread. So that's what I'm going to choose here. Where I made the two little markings. It's a little bit above it, but I think that it'll be better if it's like higher up on my back rather than lower on my back. So this is somewhat kind of what it'll look like after I sew that part right there. Okay, so I'm pretty much finished. I'm just gonna add the bottom part of the dress, and I'm gonna take this part that I cut out from the bottom, and I'm gonna turn it into two panels. So I'm just gonna try to cut this as evenly as possible. Cool. So now with this, I'm going to connect them. I'm gonna sew these parts together so I can do the ruffle effect at the bottom of the dress. Okay, now you can kind of get an idea of what it's gonna look like after I attach it like this in order to sew it on the bottom, so you don't see where I actually sewed it, because once I flip it, then it's like this at the bottom. So this is the last part that I have to do. Once I attach that, then I'll be ready to go to work. Okay, final fit check. What do you guys think? I think it came out exactly how I imagined it in my head. You can see the little ruffles that I put at the bottom. They're not like too noticeable, but you see them, as well as the back. It's a cute little detail, but it has purpose. And yeah, so I it with this bow, with this red bow that I already had. And then I had some Howard University red and blue socks that I paired with these Nikes. And then of course I had to put my pearl jewelry on because I just felt like the pearls matched the aesthetic of the fit. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. Did I fail this look or did I nail it?